Hi, everybody. This is Laura. So happy to be with you. Yay, it's Monday night again. Or if you're in another part of the world, it might even be Tuesday. Oh, God. Anyway, welcome to the show. There's a website for the show called spiritmediumtv.com. And everything I'm about to say refers to that website, which is spiritmediumtv.com. There you can access a variety of resources, one of which is to watch the show live in a live video feed of me. And you'll see that item number 2. Is it 2 or 3? Let's see here. Yeah, number 2 in the details section. So you can watch a live video of the show. If you want priority in the reading queue, you need to make a donation. You can do that at item 1 on spiritmediumtv.com. Or if you join the webinar, which is at item 4 on spiritmediumtv.com, you will gain access to a prioritized access to the queue. So that's item 2 on spiritmediumtv.com. All right, and the third thing that's most important is how to get a sale on a private session with me is explained at number 6 on spiritmediumtv.com is the 1, 2, 3. Let's get reading time free, a third time free. So if you pay for 30 minutes, you'll get a third of that time, which is 10 minutes free. All you need to do is go to booklaura.com. That's where you book your appointment. That's booklaura.com. And when you are placing your booking, simply place in the event code field radio show, and you will obtain a third more time free. And you might want to join our mailing list. You get a lot of free things there. One of them is a free numerology report. Ooh, gosh, goody. Gosh. I think that would be great. Get a free numerology report. It's by a third party that I refer people to. So tonight we have a focus subject, and then we will go to the phone. No, then we will get a group message, and then I will go to the phone lines. And that's basically what I do every week when I work the show. And the show is every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And you can gain access to how to dial in everything about the show at spiritmediumtv.com. I might also want to mention that on December 25th and also on January 1st, I will not be having a live show, but I will be having a recording of a prior show. So keep that in mind. Okay, so tonight I'd like to talk a little bit about an article I wrote. And that's another reason to join our mailing list, because you will receive links to these articles. Usually it's something that comes up in my own life, either working with a client or something that I'm going through. And then I look to find a solution to that problem. And each week it could be something, whatever it is. This week I'm going to talk about exhaustion, fatigue. Hey, any of you tired this time of year? First of all, if you're in a daylight savings time area, they push the clocks back, and all of a sudden, 5:30, it's dark out already in the northern hemisphere. So that could make you feel sleepy. Less daylight does make me feel less sleepy. And of course, this time of the year is a very, very busy time of the year. So, all these different social things going on and obligations, and even our work gets a little bit crazy this time of year because we get busier in the cooler weather, the cooler months. I live in a warm climate. I'm in Florida, southern part of Florida. But even here, it's a little bit cooler. We're getting our version of what winter is here. It's going down to 40 at night lately, and maybe about 50, 60 during the day. Beautiful weather, actually. Today was stunning. It was just to die for. Anyway, so there's an article on my website, and you can find it if you went to spiritmediumtv.com. You'd find on the left, there's a sidebar. And towards the bottom of the sidebar, you'll see recent posts. And the second post from the top of that list of posts says, exhausted, how to not be tired with little sleep. And so if we go into that article, I'm just going to use it as my outline. And just to summarize, because I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because we have a very busy night tonight. A lot of people called in tonight. I guess it's the shorter days and everything, it makes people more into into doing things inside. So basically, I want to summarize. This is mostly a channeled article, and there's about 2 to 3 different ways to get more energy. So I'm going to summarize some of it. And one of the last things I'm going to be talking about is quite insightful about light workers, those individuals that earn their living in service to mankind, and what that means in terms of energy. So there's kind of, a couple of things in here. The first thing is, if you join my mailing list in that article, you will be, and you're interested in increasing your energy by weight loss, there's an offer there to be sent to a weight loss webinar for free. So you just put your email in, you go there, and you'll automatically be sent to that. Oh, I forgot to say, sorry guys, but if you're listening to this at a future date and time, you can find the article by going to the search box in the sidebar. And depending on what template I'm using on my website, the sidebar could be on the left or it could be on the right. Right now it's on the left as of this particular radio show. And in the search bar, put in how to not be tired with little sleep. Or you can also put the word in exhausted, and you'll probably get this article. So the first thing, the first solution to exhaustion is healthcare. And if I'm not going to go into detail on that, there's just simply an offer there about losing weight and how it will increase your energy as well if you do it the right way, which is what that webinar is about. But there's 2 other ways. One is for everyone, and what I channeled the answers here. I like to bring different solutions to the table than what can be Googled on the internet. Otherwise, what do you need me for, right? Well, sometimes anyway. Unless in other words, if you Google that, you get a lot of regular answers. But what happened is, instead of me doing that, this article, I decided to do some channeling, and the ones came in, and they explained that all you need to do is to be quiet and go into the daylight and ask for energy. Okay, seems like a simple thing. Now, if you're living in a place where you cannot get daylight during the winter months, it might be a little difficult, but they said it will work either way. Just simply be in a quiet, contemplative state. If you have access to the sunlight, that's best. Daylight is good. Or thirdly, just simply do the following, which is be quiet, contemplative, and ask that you be given energy. Now, I did it in the sunlight. When I wrote this article, I was dragging that morning. I was like, there was a reason for that. It was a physical reason. But anyway, I went into the sunlight that morning, and I said to the sunlight, I said to God, please give me energy. And I just sapped it in. And within an hour, I was bopping. And of course, there are biological reasons for that. Many different vitamins are stimulated. Vitamin D, for one, stimulated, and also there's a number of other things, triggers that go on in our system. Our immune system is increased and everything when we're in the sunlight. So sunlight is the first answer, or daylight, or simply being still and asking. The next situation, this will be the third thing we're going to talk about, is for light workers. This was something a little new. Maybe it's not new to you, but for me it was a little interesting, a little bit different. Is that as a light worker, if you are working in the service of connecting to other people's energy for the purpose of healing or reading or coaching, or even if you're just a counselor, not just, but if you're a counselor, any kind of healer profession, even if it's a doctor, if you will, can be drained unwittingly of the other soul you're working with, from the other soul, because those that are not light workers are looking to get energy either from they're looking to get energy from the environment. They can either get it from the matrix of energy, that's source, that's sunlight, and that's the things around them, the energy of the natural system, or they can get energy by plugging into a light worker. Ooh, yuck, it's like a psychic vampire, right? And So if you are drained a lot, you might be getting drained because you're doing energy work of some sort. And there are some people around you that are uh, hacking into you and draining your energy. So I thought that was kind of interesting. It doesn't only have to happen when you're in working situation as a light worker. It can happen in any way. Like for example, could happen in personal relationships, and somebody who's not as sensitive as you might enjoy to be around your energy if you're a light worker, because you might be more sensitive, you might be more inspiring. There might be just something that they sense is nice. It's like going to visit a fairy or an angel. This normal human being going to the light worker. It's like a, you call it, moth to the flame, if you will. And so they'll come into your energy and they will sap it. I've been in relationships like that. And then all of a sudden you realize, oh, I was being sapped. Yuck. So basically, the way you do that is, you, on a regular basis, you need to ask spirit to work with you to clear your energy. You need to ask when you're going to literally work with others to clear your energy. You need to do energy recharging exercises, and you need to expand your awareness of this so that if you are in any situations, like if you talk to somebody and every time you're done, you always feel less than, you always feel drained, that might be a saporitic relationship, sapping your energy. So keep that in mind. Take a look at the article. It's interesting. I found it interesting anyway. Okay, and so now we're going to get a group message. Oh, I didn't test my connection tonight with the ones, but let's see what they say. The best connections are the unknown ones. Let's see what they say, guys. So everybody listening, you're going to be getting readings, most of you, hopefully. I'll try my very best. But everybody listening, you're part of the energy circle. So if you would just please sit back, uncross your arms and legs, and start to breathe from your abdominal area, breathing in slowly and exhaling slowly, allowing the light of love to fill you. Feeling your mind, body, and soul with the energy of the all that is. Asking for energy from above. Filling yourself with pink light. If you are looking for an other side connection, please ask your loved one or ones to join you this evening in the circle. If you are looking for an answer to a life question, then please focus on that question now and ask that you be given helpful advice so you may lead your life as successfully as possible. And everyone else around you would also benefit. While you're doing that, I will go do the prayer. I'll be back in a second. And now, on your next exhale of breath, if you would please release into our space your energy, I will create a morphic psychic field. One moment, please. Okay, great. One moment, please, while I connect with the entities that would want to channel this evening through me. We are here. We are the ones. We have come in to speak to all of you about love. We speak of love often, for love is truly the only magical elixir of all of life. Without love, and by love we mean something bigger than a human love, but a universal love which connects all things together through a cooperative process in which one thing connects with another thing on the basis of understanding that all things are connected. This particular idea of love is the one that we would like to address at this moment. For love, dear ones, is your magical elixir. When you understand how to tap into the energy of love You will always be with energy. You will always be able to sustain yourself, to sustain your dreams, to live forever, so to speak, in the energy of the all that is. When you are troubled, when you feel alone, even when you are exhausted or disgusted with something in life, you have disconnected from the source of love. It is important to have a specific guideline for this type of a connection. We would like to add to the work that was presented earlier to also explain that if you were to use your solar plexus in particular, imagining that there's a coil coming from the center core of your body and that it would be coming forward, and that when you need energy, imagine it, this coil, moving out into the universe, out into infinity, and drawing back within it love, energy of love. You will feel immediately ignited, immediately connected, and immediately more than before. Namaste. Well, I like that. Okay, guys, let's go to the phone lines. I do have one person waiting for an other side connection, and they always take priority. Then I have one person with a donation, and then I have whoever called in. And tonight, I knew it was going to be busy. I just had a feeling it is very busy. We'll do the best we can. Okay, so I will go then to Allison. Hi, Allison. Hi, honey. Of course. Thank you, sweetie, for being here. You know, if you weren't here, there'd be no show. And that goes for you and everyone else. So just so I have a little bit, yeah, it's just like tap into your energy a little bit and who you are and everything. Where is area code 303, love? Oh, where are you living now? Oh, okay. I just came from Arizona in September. I was there. Yeah, I was in Phoenix area and then I went up towards Sedona. Never quite made it, but I tell you, from Florida, what a difference! Woo, quite a difference. Oh my goodness, the dry climate was something I was not acclimated towards. Okay, Allison, let's see who's there in spirit world for you, Allison. Okay. So there's a couple of souls that seem to present, not very clearly at the moment. But there seems to be some parental figures to you, a mother and a father figure, and those could also be grandparents. I also feel someone male to you that seems to be younger, like a offspring to you, or just in a younger age group. Sometimes that could also be a brother or someone like that, or even a friend. But and I don't have enough information right now to see even if where that person is. But I felt a younger person to you, like a son. So let me just see who wants to step forward, love. Okay. I also feel that there would be a female to you in spirit that would be more lateral to you, like a friend or a sister energy. One second, please. Let's see who wants to step forward. And so the mother figure is the most the strongest energy of all of them at the moment. And she looks like somebody, she's carrying a little bit of extra weight on her. She's a little bit stockier on the shorter side. Whoever this is. So I want you to be broad at the moment, love, and then we're going to break it down, okay? She looks like a studious type, or that she did something that was more white collar work. It could even be secretarial or something in administration. I really don't know yet. But I can see her wearing glasses, and she just looks like she's dressed for business, or that she works outside the home besides in the home. She also has brown hair in its original color. I do not see her aged just yet. Although she might be. And her hair is layered. I mean, she might have been. I just don't see her that way right now. So again, just be very general right now, Alice, until we can drill it down a bit. Hair is layered, a little bit of a wave, not much, but a brown color, fair-skinned, a strong, straight nose, high cheekbones, but not very angular in the bones, as she is carrying a bit of extra weight around her. She also has under her a son that was born to her. She's not alone in the family. There are other siblings to her as well. And she's a mother-father figure to you for like a parental figure to you for a portion of your life. Would you understand this, please, from this description, for anyone you would know? Could be. I'm also getting a feeling of blood sugar issues, meaning she would have had diabetes. And as I say that, I also feel that she would have had heart problem as well. Would that help you identify this person a bit more, please? Okay, that's fine. Hold on one second. There might be a reason why she's opening the portal for someone else. I'm asking her. I love you very much. She says, oh, she says, I didn't know you very well when you were growing up. She says, I was in another part of the country or part of the town or whatever, but there wasn't a lot of interface. I believe it should be on your father's side of the family. Trying to get something else to go with this. I see her height is about 5'4" or shorter. But her husband, which would have been a grandpa to you, would be a lot taller. So she's a smaller height, but he's a lot bigger and taller. Grandpa seems to be a smoker, and he has a problem with breathing and cancer issue in the lungs. There's a number of family members in the spirit realm with her. It's not just her. She's also a good cook. She loves to cook, but she does work outside the home. She also shows me she does something with jewelry, or she likes jewelry very much. I don't know. She just gives me a feeling of jewelry, or that she's around jewelry. Does this help you identify her further, please? Yes. Okay. Well, that's what I think it is. Your paternal grandmother is here. Uh, yeah, she loves you very much. She wasn't around you a lot growing up. She feels very, very bad about that. Excuse me? She feels very, yeah, she wasn't around, and she feels guilty about that because she would have, she says she would have made things a little bit more agreeable in your life for you, and she feels somehow or other she was to blame for that, or there was something about her that made this not possible. I don't know what it is just yet, but she's going to a personal message. Now, I do feel, Allison, that there's probably somebody else that you're wanting me to bring in. But as the way spirit works is the soul that can come in comes in. And when, if we had more time to work together, then that soul's opening up the portal for other souls. But I'm going to allow her to give you the personal message, and let's just see what happens next, because it's always very exciting and unexpected. So, okay, so Graham, I wasn't around a lot when you were growing up. I feel very, very badly about that. She says, I did something to spoil the tea, spoil the pot and the tea. I created a problem in the home, in the family. I was a very difficult personality for your mother to get along with. And she says, because of that, we were not very close growing up. Would you understand that, please, Allison? Yeah, she says, but she wants you to know because, obviously she never really said this, at least this is what she's saying here, is that she really did care about you. And it, from her perspective, feels like unfinished business and somehow there's nothing settled there. So she's wanting to come in and say, I love you very much. Thank you. And please forgive me for my temperament. And also, I wish your mother would forgive me for my temperament. And there's something going on with your mother and you, Allison. I have a feeling. Hold on. Is your mother, I have a feeling that your actual mother is in spirit, but I can't see her. Hold on. Yeah, I just can't see her for some reason. And so this was the opening. Your paternal grandma. Oh, interesting. Interesting. But your paternal grandma, I think she's the one that caused a lot of discord in the family. It's not probably, in other words, she upset the apple cart. And maybe some of the issues that you have with your own mother, maybe they're a cause of that, or that maybe your grandma is saying, I wasn't there for you, and I wish I could have been to equalize and normalize. I think that's exactly what she said earlier. She says she could have balanced things for you, but it was difficult to get along with your mother for her and everyone else. So she wants you to know, love, in a healing sequence or process. The wording here is to heal, to help, to reach out to say to you, I love you very, very much. You're a beautiful person of honor. You've done wonders with your life. And we all love you so much here in spirit. And she wishes you well. And she wishes the God in you well. And she gives you a big kiss, darling. Okay? Thank you, Allison. God bless, honey. Bye-bye. Okay, so I'm going to go now, unless I have somebody else. No, I wouldn't know that. If there's anybody waiting for an other side connection, I was not able to interview you earlier, so I'm now going to go to the donation made by Shoku, who I spoke with at length about her questions earlier today. Now, Shoku, can you please give me, hi, honey. First of all, I need to say hello. Hi. All right. Honey. Okay, so I just want to say something for everyone. Because you're a good example of that. I won't reveal anything about you, so just relax. But sometimes spirit, sometimes people come to a psychic for a prediction. And in the area of love relationships, it's particularly cuckoo crazy. The reason I say that is everybody is unpredictable. A psychic is going to give you the best they can at any one point in time. But imagine that life is a huge kaleidoscope. And one little thing in the kaleidoscope changes and everything related changes. It's like a puzzle. Everything's related. So take a prediction, particularly about an individual, with a grain of salt, because free will is always at play in relationships. Now, in my particular case, Shoku, and this is important for everybody to know also, every medium, every psychic has strengths and weaknesses. As a medium, my strength is looking into the mind of another. And sometimes predictions come from that or projections come from that, but I'm very good at seeing what's happening now. Okay, so give me your first question. Go ahead, honey, and I'm going to make it succinct. Okay, and with the target, we'll call him the target. Give me the initials of that person in mind again, honey. I don't have it in front of me. Yeah, all right, hold on. I'm going to go to something else. Yes, you will. Really, Spirit? Hold on, honey. I need to go deep. Now, do you want to put a timeline, like within 6 months or something? You just want to say ever? Shoku. All right. Well, let's just go big picture then. Yeah, you could. The answer still comes in as a yes. Why do you say this, Spirit? Because she's not been receiving any kind of positive support for that answer. He does care about you. He's saying he does care about you. He knows you very well. He likes you very much. And I'm also hearing, and this is for you to validate, honey, because I don't know, love, but what they're telling me is that he has been in contact with you from time to time. Would you know that, please? Can you validate that, please? All right, well, then maybe that's what they mean. But they're saying he cares about you. Well, then why is he not with her, please, Spirit? What has happened here? His name is HB, please. He needs to grow up some. Needs to go through a lot more experiences. You know this already. You know this too. Spirit has told you this before by the message in your heart. Now, will he ever grow up? Let me see, because that's a problem. Will he ever grow up, Spirit? Yes or no? He can grow up, and it won't take that long. So I'm getting another positive on this, but again, I want to remind you, because I don't want your heart broken, take it with a grain of salt, because I could be wrong, right? Or the energies now are presenting this, but something changes the situation. So it's always smart to not put all your eggs in one outcome, to diversify, right? Well, that means maybe date other people, maybe means do other things to fulfill yourself. But there is a very strong possibility as men will grow up, and that it won't take as long as you might think. I'm seeing more like 6 to 8 months, and that you would be hearing from him, and that he does have a favorable feeling towards you. It's not because his family told him so, but because he really does like you. Now, I think you told me that there was a certain amount of family behind this union. Yes? Your family and his family, or something like that? No, wait. I'm not asking you that. I'm going to get to that in a minute. What I'm asking you is, did you meet him through the family, through your family? Didn't you meet him through your family? I thought that you did. Okay. All right. Okay. So, okay. So you know him through the family, but it wasn't an arrangement. It's just you do know him through the family. Yeah, but you do know him through people in his family. Kind of everybody worked together. All right. Well, that's what I'm asking you, okay? Because I have to validate what comes out from spirit. All right. So now let's go to the other thing about seeing someone else. You had a question about that, seeing someone else. Do you want me to validate? No. All right, let me see. Well, the first answer is implying that. The first answer you just got. Well, let me see, will it end or not? Yes or no? Yeah, it probably would end if he's going to be contacting you. So that's what I'm getting. Let me just see why. I need to give you something, a thread of something here. Would you happen to know her initials? Would you happen to know her initials, please? And okay, hold on. Not good. Not good relationship. I'm going to find out why. I do you know I've got what I'm seeing is, looks like she's a little bit heavier. She's carrying a little extra weight on her. She's short in height. She's kind of pushy. She's a little older than you, and she's not as pretty as you are. Not to make it in a trite way, not to make it trite like that. But I feel that he's there because he wants to get some experience with other people. So that's what I have to say, that she's a little bit faster moving than you were with him. In other words, she's not as how do I say this without sounding weird? Um, you might have been more traditional in your sexual expression with him. I believe that she's just jumped right into things with him, didn't hold back. And so it's great as far as an experience, but a longer term thing, I don't feel it's what he's looking for, if you understand what I mean. Now, I may be wrong, but that's what I'm getting. You were a little bit more, reserved. You weren't trying to jump into a sexual relationship, but she just, for her, she's doesn't matter to her. She just went right into that. So that's kind of what I got. So I don't know if you have any feel for that, honey, or anything else, but those are the answers for you. Okay. That's the answer today. But again, I need to tell you, you need to be flexible, because even though I'm giving you this answer, a lot of things could change. Okay, now I've given you that. You're welcome, honey. Watch that video I sent you, and I'm going to talk about it now. Thank you, love. I'm going to put you back in the queue. Yeah, everybody, thank you, honey. There's a video on my website when you book an appointment, and it's about future predictions. And it's not made by me, it's made by Bob Olson. Bob Olson has a YouTube channel called Afterlife TV, and he is the creator and owner of bestpsychicmediums.com, a former private investigator and law enforcement officer. He's made it his life's work to be a clearinghouse for ethical practices within the psychic community. And he created a video on predictions. And most people, this is one of my pet peeves, so that's why I'm going into it. It's very important that I say this, so thank you for listening. A lot of people come to psychics to be given predictions. That is an addiction on your part, okay? You are participating in creating your life. Okay? Yes, you have a plan, a soul plan. Okay? You've come to earth to do things, though. You're not a puppet. Things are not happening to you. And time is relative to the now. So there is no absolute finished product on anything. Okay? So that's why when you go to a psychic and you want her to read you, and that's what she digs doing, oh, let me read your cards, let me do some fortune telling. What she's doing is disempowering your participation in creating your life. So I don't really think it's the greatest thing for me to take away your fun adventure. Okay? And that's what we're here to do. We're here to participate. So I think my best service is to help you understand your part in creating the highest vibrational experience that you can have while you're on earth. So to have this one person or not have this one person be in love with you is not as important as growing as a human being and bringing in the right person. Just in another aside, and this is relevant for everybody, so I'm going to say it. Today I had a little epiphany myself. I had this one person in mind, and Shoku knows about this because we were going back and forth on email. And, I was like obsessed with him. I wanted him. I had to have him. I wanted him. I needed him. And just finally, after many years of this nonsense, it finally hit me. But, he's not the right person for me. As I grow more into my own power, okay, and less from being incomplete, okay, then I start to see a better kind of human being for me would be quite different from the one I was obsessed with. So why do we become obsessed with people? Because we're trying to complete ourselves. And so the best thing to do is to go back to who you are, learn who you are, and empower yourself to grow, 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 grow. The more you grow, the more you complete who you really are, the more you're going to attract in the right partner, and you won't be calling a psychic to find out if that guy's going to be in your life. Okay? The right people flow to you when you're on point for yourself. Okay, I'm now going to go to the person who has been waiting the longest in the queue, and that would be Brianna, who has a life question. Hello, Brianna. Hi, sweetheart. Okay. I'll do the best I can, love. Go ahead. But we all do this. That's part of the human experience. If we're born a female, we're hardwired for this. And that's why I say it, because I'm giving you extra tools. I'm giving you juicy, good tools so that you can help yourself. It doesn't mean you shouldn't have love, and it doesn't mean you shouldn't want the one you want. That all of that's there to help you grow. And the more you grow into who you are, the better your love life will be. Go ahead. What's your question? Okay, let's see what we get. Now, don't be afraid to ask these questions, everyone. It's okay, because a lot of stuff will come out in your answer. And a lot of it will be what I just said, all of that about empowerment to you and all of that. So just relax. So it's BF and it's for Brianna 316. Yes, there's a strong possibility that he will contact you in the next few weeks. I get 3 weeks, which would mean around the new year. Let me see. I'm looking on the calendar, see when that is. 3, around New Year's. So I feel 3 weeks. Okay. I also see a male who is, let me see, I just had a really quick sight of him a moment ago. He's he looks like he's on the younger side. That's relative to me, of course, but he would be a late 20s to early 30s, maybe even up to 40 years old. But he's young. He looks like he's built nicely. He's not real thin or anything like that. He's kind of big. A very smart person, kind of good build though, nice build, brown hair, sharp looking actually. They tell me he has expertise in something to do with finance or financial instruments. What does BF do, honey? You don't know what he does for a living? Okay, do you know what BF does for a living? I'm asking you what BF does, honey. That I just said that I felt he did something with money. Oh, okay. You don't even know that. All right. Well, these are the reason these words are coming out because they can help you validate. He's good looking, very good looking, a lot of energy, a big hunk, good looking hunk. Looks like his hair's real short right now. Maybe maybe he made it real short. He might even be shaving his. I don't think he's shaving. It just looks real short. He's got a calm personality, rather conservative in his habits and outlooks. This you would know, conservative in his habits and outlook and demeanor. He doesn't really like to stand out from the crowd. And again, I don't know if you can really validate this, but he's very, very intelligent. And there's an advisory kind of thing he does with people. So people come to him for advice, but you don't know what he does anymore for a living, but you might know this because it's a little bit more of a general statement than before. Good catch. Anyway, I do feel he would be calling you. The reason I'm giving you all this extra information is you can help validate the answer if you can say some of that. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. All right. Well, if you want me to look at it, I will in a moment. But I just want to let you know that I do see looks like somewhere around New Year's is a good possibility. Does it have to happen? No, but it's a good possibility. Is he still dating KH? Hold on. Yeah, I do feel he is still. And he may not be calling you to kind of get back together. It's just more like to say hello. That's what it more would be, because I feel that there's something serious going on with the new girlfriend. There's something serious going on with her. Okay, honey? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that if you liked them because there's something serious going on there with the new one. All right. Well, I mean, new to me. I don't know, new in the new entry in our conversation relative to everything else. But yes, I do feel that there's something serious going on between the two of them. You're welcome, love. Thank you, honey. Bye bye. Okay, I'm going to Tavana. Hey, Tavana, how you doing, sweetheart? Hi, honey. Go ahead. Hi, love. I can hear you all right now, but if it becomes too much, I'll let you know. Go ahead and give me your question, honey. Whoa. Yeah. All right, let's see what we could do for you, honey. Oh, you poor baby. You're in a very bad situation. Hold on, honey. To phone 929. And you're a good person. You don't want to give your child up or anything like that. You want to hold your family together. You are a very hard worker. You've had a lot of hard knocks at work. Let me look at your hands. No, I don't feel you could get disability, not right now. Let me see about going into a shelter. You don't really want to go into a shelter, but I think you've spoken to me before, and I believe your mother is not being very understanding about all this. Yeah, she's making this all very difficult for you. She's very angry with you. And the angrier she gets, the sicker you get, the more your hands hurt and your arms hurt and your head hurts and your soul hurts. And you think to yourself, how did I ever get myself in this mess? I don't know what the heck to do. Let me see if Spirit can give you an answer, honey. Because you're really a very good person. You are a very, very, very good person. Goodness. Yeah, and you pray a lot. Yes. She doesn't know what to do with you. She's frustrated. And you never really got along. You never really saw eye to eye about a lot of things. She's more hard nosed. She's a survivor, honey, and you're a little bit more dreamy. You see what I'm saying? She's a survivor. You're dreamy. You're like more of a dreamer. You're more soft. You're more open hearted. She's more of like, if it, no, you can't. And she's more like, do you sing at all? Do you sing, Tavona? Oh. You see, because the reason Spirit's telling me this is the best way out of all of this is to, let's talk for a moment about what your dreams are. What do you really, 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 and I don't want you to answer it. I want Spirit to tell you what your talent is, because that's the way out of this, is to pursue your talent. So whatever it is, you do have a musical life. You're a musical individual. Hold on. You need to find something that you're good at, that you like to do, and pursue that. Don't share with your mom. There's something about don't give her. Are you giving her all your money? Where are you getting money from is what I'm wondering. But I see you give her something. You're giving her all of something, whatever it is. You're giving her all your food stuff. Oh, yeah, okay. They're saying don't do that. Right. They're saying don't give her all of your money. They mean food stamps. Spirit is saying this. Well, Spirit, Tavona is in a bad way. Could you please help her as succinctly as possible? Because I have a lot of people waiting, and I want to see if we can spread the wealth a little bit. Tavona is in a bad way. Please help, Spirit. Please help, Spirit. Let me see what they come up with for you, love. You feel all alone in life. Nobody's giving you any help or support. Spirit doesn't seem to listen to you. God's not answering your prayers, and you do ask a lot. You are willing to give of yourself. You're not looking for a handout, but now is very different and very delicate situation. There's a person that you made the baby with who's not been very kind to you either, and you keep giving him your heart, and he keeps letting you down. He feels very irresponsible. What can she do, please, Spirit, so that she can make her life easier and better for her children and herself? So they're saying that you can get into a work study program, and that something to do with shelter would help. A shelter and a work study program. There is funding for people with a work study program in a shelter environment. There is money and funding for people with disabilities like you. You need to apply at every single place you can think of for this. I also pick up something to do with a charity that might also be good, like Salvation Army. And I think you've called, I don't know, I just heard Salvation Army. Where are you living? Are you 929? Is that New York? Are you in New York, honey? Are you in New York? All right. Well, I'm picking up, maybe they just mean any kind of charity. There are charities that can be very helpful as well. So try everything you can think of. What was that? Like what? School. Anything that has to do with okay, I'll say it again, and you'll figure out the details. something that has to do with a shelter and that will rehabilitate you to work again. That's what I'm seeing, a work study thing or something like that. You're getting shelter and you're moving forward in your life. And don't wait anymore. It's best you get started right now. Don't wait anymore. Okay? And that's why Spirit is not helping you, because you didn't know what to do. You were like a deer in the headlights. It's time to get going now and make some choices and take some action. And Spirit will rush in to support you as soon as you take the action, Tavona. Okay, sweetheart? You're welcome, love. Thank you, honey. Bye-bye. Good night, honey. Okay, I'm going to Amla, who's been waiting an inordinate amount of time. Yes, Amla, honey. Hi, sweetheart. Sorry that it took me so long, but I literally have this. I have two. It's unbelievably full. Go ahead, honey. Give me your question, love. Okay, let's get to the question. The question is, will it help her get her work out to the public? Will it help her get published? Yes or no? And, on a schedule of writing and all that. Hold on. This Amla 860. Hold on. No, not right now. I know you're trying to, get yourself out there, so to speak, and get it done, but there's a lot more work that needs to be done to your work before it can go to publishing. As a stepping stone, it's a good thing, but it won't be published in 2018. There's a lot of things that still need to happen to mature the work and the works that you have, and also to complete some of the ideas. And when you start to get into it, you're going to start to realize, well, this is a bigger project than I initially thought. And what will happen is you will finalize a specific project, because there's too many things you want to say, and you're going to learn. Yeah, you're going to learn. Right. It's like as if you have so many words, you're choking on them. So the writing workshops or workshop will help you pare it down to one theme, one idea, and make that happen. And then look at the other pieces and see, well, that could be for later, and that's going to be this way, and then this is going to be that way. And now I understand. I get what you mean then by organizing, because you need to figure out, what's the big theme, and then organize all the little, they're not little, each book is going to come off of this bigger thing. Now I'm going to see if I could see what the big thing is for you, Amla. All right, I'm going to go to your chakras. Actually, I have something. Well, let me see something. Should I use this? I want you to pick a number from 1 through 10 that pops out at you. This will be your soul's archetype. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing for Amla. 1 through 10. 10 is also good. So 10 is good, and let's see what 8 is. And 8 is good. So 8 is the creator, inventor type. And 10 is the ruler, the leader type. That's interesting. What happened to my other archetypes? I used to have archetypes for Jungian archetypes. I don't know where they went. I have astrology ones. I have those. There should be 12. Oh, I don't know where that one. Oh, here. Is this it? Oh, yeah, here we are. I don't know. Okay. So you're the creator, inventor, which you definitely are, but you're also a leader. So let me just see if Spirit will tell me what the work is supposed to be about. This is for Amla. She's calling from area code 860. Please come in. I want to channel for you, honey, for a second. Oh, yes, of course. You are what is called a soul archetype. You're helping people chisel away at their dreams. You will help people articulate their purpose. The problem is there are many methodologies with which to do this. You don't have the one you like best yet. There are many that are out there, but there's only one for you. It is a 3-step process of which you've begun to form the steps, but not finalize them yet. Once you finalize the steps, the primary one being self-love, you will find that everything falls into place. Okay? All right, darling. That's cool. All right. Well, okay, it does make some sense, but you may find that you're going to refine that further. And when you do, then everything will fall into place. And if it's not falling into place, it means you still have to go to the foundation, back to survivor. What does that mean? Because we all are survive, not to say anything, but how does one survive or how does one thrive? How about from survivor to thriver? You know what I mean? It's winning, 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 winning in the forest. All right, love. All right, sweetie, you're adorable. Have a wonderful evening, honey. I'll let you go. Thanks, love. Thanks. Bye. Okay, I'm going to Emma, who has a life question. Hi, Emma. Yes, go ahead, honey. Tell me what your question is, love. Go ahead. All right. Wow. I can hear your confusion. All right. And now you're going to hear the show scaling out. So don't pay any attention to that. I will finish with you. So you're asking me basically, should you look to relocate before beginning your home study? And I will go silent for a moment. Hold on. This is for Emma. Yes, you should relocate first because you have a lot of things to organize in your life at that point. There's a lot of resources which would become apparent after the relocation, and that is going to help you then move forward. You don't know what you're going to have access to until you relocate. You see, there's a lot of things you have to think about, like will I need a car? Will I walk to work? Will I what kind of work will I have? What will I do in my work? And really, what kind of work can I get after the relocation? So I get a lot of situational questions will be answered after the relocation. And you might be able to understand that or agree with that. I don't know. I mean, does that make sense to you, please, Emma? Oh, okay. All right. So that makes sense, honey. You've got to get your job in order before and so money is very important. And then after you get that all together, so the relocation has to do with the job and blah, 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 blah. And that has to happen for anything else. Give me the initials of the job, please. All right, RLA. Hold on, let me just, RLPA. Oh, so it's RPA? Oh, just PA, okay. All right, hold on. This is for Emma, PA. Will it come through, yes or no? And when will it come through? And it's not, I'm not getting a really good answer here. It's not like I see it coming in. I feel that there's something more they need from you before they can make a decision. Either you have to provide them more information or they need something else in the application that they don't have yet. And I don't see you having the job right now. I'm not saying you won't get it. I'm just saying that it's sort of not in the bag yet. Okay. And I feel that they need something more from you, like it could be a background check. It could be something just administrative like that, or it could be something a little more serious. And I will find out. Hold on, Emma. What do they need from her, please? This is for RPA, for Emma. More organized. I feel that they're going to, I hear the word more organized in your work ethic. They want it, either they're thinking that you're not organized in your work ethic. Do you have a spotty work history? You have a good work history? Okay. Let me just see that, what it is. All right, good. Well, let me just see what it is. Well, there might be another interview, or there might be more that they're looking at before they actually offer you the job. And it could be that, you know, they may be saying, well, we're not sure if she's organized enough or if she's not this or that. So they're going to be contacting you again, is what I'm getting. But I do feel that you'll be hearing from them after the new year to get going on the job. But I feel right now you're going to be waiting and wondering. Then you're going to hear from them. I'm going to tell you. Now, will she get the job after New Year, or is that just to continue with the interviewing process? Please, Spirit, it will be to continue with the interviewing process. You will be hearing from them between now and then that they need to do something more before they can offer you the job. So I don't feel you've lost it, but I do feel that there might be something additional that you'll be hearing about after the new year that you need to do with regard to them. And then I do feel positive outcome for that for you, that you would probably be getting that position and then you'd be able to get moving. And that would not be very long after that. All right, honey. Thank you so much. Thank you, love. Have a happy holiday. Bye-bye. Thanks. Bye-bye. Okay, everybody, I want to thank you all so much for tuning in this evening. And I will be back next week. And so let me see here. How many weeks do I have before next week? And then 25th, I'm going to be taking, there'll be a recorded show, a repeat show. If you want a private session, just go to booklaura.com. And if you place radio show in the event code field, you will obtain a third more time free than that for which you pay. Have a great evening, everybody. Namaste.